Continuing from where we left off, the last video provided a captivating introduction to the first two cases documented in the Michael Newton's groundbreaking book, Journey of Souls, offering viewers a tantalizing glimpse into the depths of the spiritual realm. Now let's continue. The ancient people of Mesopotamia believed that heaven's gates were located at opposite ends of the Milky Way, which they called the River of Souls. They thought that after death, souls had to wait for the Sagittarius constellation to rise during the fall equinox to enter heaven, and they could only come back to Earth during the spring equinox through the Gemini constellation. Modern accounts suggest that moving from Earth to the spirit world is quite simple. People who have had near-death experiences say that leaving their bodies happens quickly, but entering the spirit world is more gradual. When they return to Earth later in a new life, the journey back is faster. Different people describe the tunnel leading to the spirit world in different ways. Some say they see it right over their bodies, while others feel like they're floating high above the Earth before entering it. But once they're in the tunnel, it doesn't take long to reach the other side. In the spirit world, everything seems calm and quiet. People feel surrounded by loving thoughts and emotions. Some say they hear soothing sounds like music or wind chimes, which help them relax. As they leave the tunnel and enter the spirit world, things may still seem a bit fuzzy at first. This could be because of the thick layer of energy surrounding Earth, but gradually they start to see things more clearly. The spirit world appears to be made up of layers of light and energy, like a layered cake. These layers aren't solid, but they vary in color and vibration. As souls move through these layers, they feel peaceful and comforted by the sounds around them. Throughout history, people have described the spirit world as a series of higher dimensions above Earth. This matches what some people experience when they leave their bodies and travel through the tunnel. Case 3. Dr. N. You are now leaving your body. See yourself moving further and further away from the place where you died, away from the plane of Earth. Report back to me what you are experiencing. S. At first, it was very bright, close to the Earth. Now it's a little darker because I have gone into a tunnel. Dr. N. Describe this tunnel for me. S. It's a hollow, dim vent, and there is a small circle of light at the other end. Dr. N. Okay. What happens to you next? S. I feel a tugging, a gentle pulling. I think I'm supposed to drift through this tunnel. And I do. It is more grey than dark now, because the bright circle is expanding in front of me. It's as if... Client stops. Dr. N. Go on. S. I'm being summoned forward. Dr. N. Let the circle of light expand in front of you at the end of the tunnel and continue to explain what is happening to you. S. The circle of light grows very wide and I'm out of the tunnel. There is a cloudy brightness, a light fog. I'm filtering through it. Dr. N. As you leave the tunnel, what else stands out in your mind besides the lack of absolute visual clarity? S. Subject lowers voice. It's so still. It is such a quiet place to be in. I am in the place of spirits. Dr. N. Do you have any other impressions at this moment as a soul? S. Thought. I feel the power of thought all around. Dr. N. Just relax completely and let your impressions come through easily as you continue to report back to me exactly what is happening to you. Please go on. S. Well, it's hard to put into words. I feel thoughts of love, companionship, empathy, and it's all combined with anticipation, as if others are waiting for me. Dr. N. Do you have a sense of security, or are you a little scared? S. I'm not scared. When I was in the tunnel, I was more disoriented. Yes, I feel secure. I'm aware of thoughts reaching out to me of caring, nurturing. It is strange, but there is also the understanding around me of just who I am and why I am here now. Dr. N, do you see any evidence of this around you? S, in a hushed tone. No, I sense it. A harmony of thought everywhere. Dr. N, you mentioned cloud-like substances around you right after leaving the tunnel. Are you in a sky over Earth? S. Pause. No, not that, but I seem to be floating through cloud stuff, which is different from Earth. Dr. N. Can you see the Earth at all? Is it below you? S. Maybe it is, but I haven't seen it since I went in the tunnel. Dr. N. Do you sense you're still connected to Earth through another dimension, perhaps? S. That's a possibility, yes. In my mind, Earth seems close, and I still feel connected to Earth. But I know I'm in another space. Dr. N. What else can you tell me about your present location? S. It's still a little murky, but I'm moving out of this. After passing through the tunnel of the death experience, the subject adjusts to their new state in the spirit world, gradually feeling a sense of calm and well-being. Many individuals express a realization that they are not truly dead, but have shed their earthly body. This understanding varies depending on the individual's maturity and life experiences, with some expressing amazement at their surroundings while others remain matter-of-fact. The most common reaction is relief and joy at being back in the beautiful place of the spirit world. While some souls swiftly transition to their spiritual destinations, most take their time, with younger souls often remaining attached to Earth's environment after death. Emerging from the tunnel, many find clarity elusive due to the density of the astral plane surrounding Earth. Despite this initial uncertainty, some individuals demonstrate remarkable insight into the form, colors, and vibrational levels of their new surroundings. Typically, such detailed descriptions occur after the soul has acclimated to the spirit world. Case 4. Dr. N. As you move further away from the tunnel, describe what you see around you in as much detail as possible. S. Things are layered. Dr. N. Layered in what way? S. Sort of like a cake. Dr. N. Using a cake as a model, explain what you mean. S. I mean, some cakes have small tops and are wide at the bottom. It's not like that when I get through the tunnel. I see layers, levels of light. They appear to me to be translucent, indented. Dr. N. Do you see the spirit world here as made up of a solid structure? S. That's what I'm trying to explain. It's not solid, although you might think so at first. It's layered. The levels of light are all woven together in stratified threads. I don't want to make it sound like things are not symmetrical. They are. But I see variations in thickness and color, refraction in the layers. They also shift back and forth. I always notice this as I travel away from Earth. Dr. N. Why do you think this is so? S. I don't know. I didn't design it. Dr. N. From your description, I picture the spirit world as a huge tier with layers of shaded sections from top to bottom. S. Yes, and the sections are rounded. They curve away from me as I float through them. Dr. N. From your position of observation, can you tell me about the different colors of the layers? S. I didn't say the layers had any major color tones. They are all variations of white. It is lighter, brighter where I'm going than where I have been. Around me now is a hazy whiteness, which was much brighter than the tunnel. Dr. N. As you float through these spiritual layers, is your soul moving up or down? S. Neither. I am moving across. Dr. N. Well then, do you see the spirit world at this moment in linear dimensions of lines and angles as you move across? S. Pause. For me it is mostly sweeping, non-material energy which is broken into layers by light and dark color variations. I think something is pulling me into my proper level of travel and trying to relax me too. Dr. N. In what way? S. I'm hearing sounds. Dr. N. What sounds? S. An echo of music, musical tingling, wind chimes, vibrating with my movements. So relaxing. Dr. N. Other people have defined these sounds as vibrational in nature, similar to riding on the resonance from the twang of a tuning fork. Do you agree or disagree with this description? S. Nods in assent. Yes, that's what this is, and I have a memory of scent and taste too. Dr. N. Does this mean our physical senses stay with us after death? S. Yes, the memory of them. The waves of musical notes here are so beautiful. Bells, strings, such tranquility. In summary, the gateway to the spirit world marks the transition from life on earth to the afterlife. People who have experienced this journey share their stories of peace, comfort, and the beauty of the spiritual realm. We'll continue sharing the book in our next video. Until, like, subscribe, and stay tuned.